Hello, we're Reid and Heidi Rasmussen with Fresh Bennies.
And we recently completed our EOS implementation with Sandy from Apex Catalyst Group, and we want to tell you a little bit about it. So first, I'm going to ask Reid a question. What is the biggest thing you learned, or we learned, I guess, from the EOS system?
Biggest thing we learned was about the pacing of the meetings and the meeting structure. It was certainly something I wasn't able to get from the book to figure out exactly how that was going to fly, and it was probably the most impactful.
Yeah. For me, I would say I'm a very tactical person. I love working on processes and things like that. So I like that there was a set process, but it forced me into having more strategy time and the whole team or leadership team into having that very strategic set out planning time throughout the year that's on the calendar, pre-planned, and we're doing it. So that's really been helpful for us, I think.
If I was going to add anything else, I would say that the visioning by setting our future picture for our company, although we'd done it before, the way that we approached that exercise in the EOS discussion was significantly good for us.
So 1 year, 3 year, like going out like that.
Yeah.
Really good.
And the review of our core values.
Yep, I agree.
As our professional EOS implementer, how well did Sandy do?
She was awesome, and I would just say we tried to do this ourselves a couple times, and we actually put somebody on our team on it that's super organized and everything, but we just, it's like herding cats, and so we just never were able to get to it. So having Sandy there to really help us through it and give us the accountability of, okay, we're meeting on these 3 dates. There was a process to it, of course, so I loved it. But just having her there to lead us through the process was outstanding.
Hey Heidi, what was our biggest aha moment during the EOS implementation?
For me, outside of the whole meeting pace throughout the year, which was great, I think the accountability chart was outstanding because we have organization charts, but putting an accountability chart out there with here's the jobs that you need in your organization, here's what you need now, and here's what you're going to need in the future. How many interim spots we had on there that we now know that we need to fill, and we can be more strategic about how we're going to do that going into the future. And then also, as part of that, really looking at our team and saying, okay, who gets it, wants it, and has the capacity. And for us, we had a bit of an aha with capacity and realizing we really need people who have capacity to move us into the future instead of, it's Reid and Heidi and Tanya, who's our Chief Strategy Officer. That's our leadership team. So just having the three of us be the doers and the people who are really strategic and looking at things and realizing that we need people that have that capacity that can move, take on more, manage people, those kind of things. Would you recommend Sandy as a professional EOS implementer, and why?
I would recommend Sandy, and I think she brought a great organization to the planning meetings themselves. She was really very organized. She had a good solid process. She knew where she was going to go and where she was going to bring us through to. And when you pair that with the corporate expertise that she has and organizational development, like a whole career worth of organizational development, I think that really came through in the wisdom that she was able to bring to our discussions.
I totally agree. Just her background as a facilitator in large classes, small classes, just getting us through it because it was a little like herding cats again. So it was good for us to have that. And then I would also add that she left us prepared to do this on our own. We didn't feel like, oh my gosh, we still need her. She did a good job of launching us and then giving us the tools and everything that we need to go forth and do well on our own.
Thanks, Sandy.
Bye, Sandy.